A study by our own lab found no benefit of warming up versus not warming up on performance in a typical muscle growth workout.
So I shit you not, this guy genuinely thinks that warming up is just overrated. It's, oh my, listen, you can't make this shit up, dude. What is up, YouTube fitness people, YouTube? Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, coming at ya with another video on the science-based circle jerk, science-based lifting drama bullshit. On today's edition, we got a video on Dr. Milo Wolf, the easiest leg day you'll ever do. Your boys already watched the video, and oh my god. It's not looking good, boys.
In this video, I'll show you a minimalist, research-backed leg day that's stupidly simple, pretty easy, time efficient, and still builds muscle.
So I just want to point this out. We're 26 seconds into the video and the fuckery is already starting.
Warming up is honestly pretty overrated for muscle growth training. For one, the forces involved in lifting, especially with more moderate rep ranges, are actually pretty low compared to sports. Couple that with the fact that injury rates are notoriously low for bodybuilding, and warming up may not be strictly necessary. Indeed, the first few reps of a high rep set might be enough to warm you up. A study by our own lab found no benefit of warming up versus not warming up on performance in a typical muscle growth workout. And in general, the research shows that the only effective warm-up seems to come from a heavy set of 1 to 3 reps at 70 to 90% of your 1 rep max. This heavy post-activation performance enhancement set boosts performance on set 1 and 2 by around a rep or 2 usually. So there is a potential small benefit of warming up. But equally, in the context of a muscle growth workout, who really cares about an extra rep or 2 on the first or second set? Oftentimes, across the whole workout, it doesn't really make a meaningful difference. So if you want a quick, easy leg day, you may as well just skip the warm-up. I've personally been skipping warm-ups on all of my workouts for months now, and haven't really noticed the difference.
So I shit you not, this guy genuinely thinks that warming up is just overrated. It's, oh my, listen, you can't make this shit up, dude. So he basically goes over, oh yeah, like warming up, yeah, you know, there's maybe a little benefit for it. Like maybe you'll increase your strength by like 1 rep. Buddy, are you forgetting the fact that injury exists? And he's like, yeah, well, injury rates are so freaking low anyway, but it doesn't matter. In relative, if you don't warm up, let's say your injury risk is 10 times as much. I don't have an exact number, but it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's still low, but relative to what it would have been if you did warm up, it's astronomical. If you go to the gym freaking cold and your muscles aren't ready to actually lift, no, your risk of injury goes way higher than if you just were to warm up. And he's like, oh yeah, I have been skipping my warm-ups for a long time and I haven't noticed any meaningful difference. Yeah, until you get freaking injured and then you wish you would have warmed up. Now I'm not saying you need like a 20-minute warm-up routine, but at least do like 1 or 2 higher rep warm-ups that's just gonna pump, get that feel going so your nervous system gets activated, you're warm, so you're not gonna pull a muscle. Like, come on, man. Just because some stupid ass science paper says, oh, there's no benefits to warming up, you really think that's true? This is bullshit. This is so wrong in so many different ways. It's absolutely catastrophic that someone with a PhD believes that warm-up is unnecessary. Unbelievable.
Let's get to the actual workout. For our first movement, we'll do pistol squats for 2 sets of as many reps as possible. I recommend doing lengthened supersets, meaning when you can't get another full range of motion rep, go past failure doing partials. The pistol squat is a great movement for your quads, adductors, and glutes. Additionally, because you're training with a single leg, your body weight is often enough for many people to get close to failure.
My god, and the next point, this is supposed to be a minimalist workout, so it's supposed to get you in the gym, in and out, really quickly. What's the first exercise? We're doing unilateral single leg movements? That's gonna gonna literally take like twice the time as if you were to just do both legs at the same time. I mean, come on, man. Are you kidding me? Literally not even 2 minutes into the video, and it's astronomical that he sat down, made this video, and was like, yeah, warm-ups, terrible, waste of time, maybe a small little wee benefit, barely, you shouldn't even really do them, it's kind of just a waste of time. And then for a minimalist routine, doing unilateral movements that are going to take twice as long. No, if you really wanted to save on time, what you would do is train like me. You do antagonistic training. So let's say, and you also do movements that work both sides at the same time. So let's say you're doing legs like this. I'm just going to give you an example right now. Let's say you do a set of leg extensions, and then maybe you rest 30 seconds. You do a set of leg curls, rest 30 seconds, do a set of leg extensions. So when your quads are working, your hamstrings are resting. And when your hamstrings are working, your quads are resting. That's a way to get all the benefits of everything and still save on time. So again, a freaking unbelievable.
Our studies compared doing past failure partials for the calves, so doing full range of motion reps followed by partials when you hit failure in the stretch, to just doing a full range of motion, and found around 40% more growth in the calves with those past failure partials. Another study we conducted compared that approach, full range of motion reps followed by past failure partials, to doing just past failure partials, and yet again, just doing those past failure partials in the stretch was beneficial for growth.
So which is it? So okay, he's doing his partial reps, right? But they're past failure partial reps. So what is it? Is it 3 RIR, or should we be pushing past failure doing partial reps? Why is it different just for the calves? Oh, just for the calves, you know, then we can do beyond failure reps. What about the lat pull down? What about like bench press? What about tricep extensions? What about all that? So what is it? Is it 3 RIR, or are we doing partial reps, really training hard, pushing beyond failure? Man, this is freaking bogus.
But I've got good news and bad news. The bad news first. Sure, this leg day does slightly miss a couple of important muscle groups, specifically the rectus femoris, and if you pick the lying leg curl, a couple heads of the hamstrings.
So he then says this leg day he's constructed, you know, it doesn't really train the rectus femoris that well, which I could agree with. And then he also was like, you know, you're missing a couple heads of the hamstrings if you pick the lying leg curl. What? What are you talking about, bro? You have a PhD, and all 4 heads of the hamstrings cross the knee joint, which means when you do a lying leg curl, you're hitting all 4 heads of the hamstring. How are I just freaking moved the camera. How are you missing them? What, because certain heads may grow better from having a bigger stretch doesn't mean you're missing them and they're not going to grow at all, because all 4 heads cross the knee joint. So when you bend the knee and do a leg curl, you're training all 4 heads. Now, on a hip hinge movement, only 3 out of the 4 heads cross the hip joint. So only 3 heads are working during like an RDL. So if he was saying it for an RDL, I could make sense because you're missing that biceps femoris short head. But on a leg curl, any leg curl, you're working all heads of the hamstring. So again, this makes no sense. Come on, I'm a freaking 17-year-old idiot outsmarting a guy with a PhD. Are you kidding me?
Romanian deadlifts and other hip hinges like it target heads of the hamstrings, and lying leg curls don't target nearly as well.
Okay, it's not the specific exercise in question, it's just the fact that, oh, it's getting more of a stretch, but they're still gonna grow tremendously from lying leg curls. To say that you're missing certain heads of the hamstrings by doing lying leg curls is bogus. It's stupid. All 4 heads of the hamstrings are going to grow tremendously well from lying leg curls if you never did an RDL. And in fact, if you only did RDLs versus doing a lying leg curl, you're actually missing one of the 4 heads completely, because one of the 4 heads doesn't cross the hip joint. So if you could only do one, RDLs or lying leg curls, let's say, the lying leg curl wins every time.
You can also try doing partials to make the sissy squat harder. If the movement is too hard, I would recommend trying reverse Nordic curls with a cable for assistance. Alternatively, if you want an even easier option, extension, which may not be quite as good for hypertrophy on account of having less stretch and less resistance in the stretch, you can try leg extension.
He says, you know, sissy squats are great and like the reverse Nordics are great, but for something that's not as good, leg extensions, if you want to do that, you can do that too, but it's not as good because it doesn't have as big of a stretch and there's not as much tension in the stretch. But I'm going to tell you right now that you're probably going to get bigger quads from doing leg extensions because it is so hard to progressive overload those other two exercises, and that is so important in building muscle. If you're not progressing on a movement, how are you going to build muscle? It's very difficult to progressive overload on sissy squats and those Nordic curls. So just because they give a bigger stretch doesn't mean it's a better exercise. I'm picking leg extensions every day from the week, even though it doesn't have as big of a stretch. Alright guys, but that was his video. Honestly, I just hit the points that I thought were pretty catastrophic. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, the main reason for filming this video was that warm-up stuff, but I just thought I'd touch on a couple other things I thought, you know, were bullshit as well. But man, that warm-up stuff, like, oh my god, what are we even doing here? How do you genuinely think warm-ups are a waste of time? I have no idea. Let me know in the comments, guys. Are warm-ups a waste of time? Because according to Dr. Milo Wolf, who has a PhD in sports science, physiology, whatever, warm-ups, waste of time. I could have honestly just ended the video there and just been like, boom. Science-based lifting, it's freaking done because this is bullshit, man. But anyway, that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think. Are warm-ups a waste of time? And I will see you in the next one. Peace.